You think you know prison escapes? Think again. This isn't about digging a tunnel with a spoon or hiding in a laundry cart. This is the story of three men who didn't just want out of prison. They wanted to vanish. And they planned it like a military operation. We're talking about the Clinton Correctional Facility in upstate New York, 2015. A maximum security prison. Think thick walls, armed guards, layers of steel doors. Inside were Richard Matt and David Sweat, convicted murderers, and Joyce Mitchell, a civilian prison employee who worked in the tailor shop. Their plan was insane in its simplicity and its audacity. They weren't going over the wall. They were going through it. For months, using only tiny hacksaw blades smuggled in by Mitchell and frozen hamburger meat, Matt and Sweat cut through the steel walls at the back of their cells. Night after night, they'd saw, hiding the noise with loud music and covering the cuts with painted cardboard. But here's the genius part. The hole didn't lead outside. It led into a maze. The prison's catwalk, a labyrinth of pipes, tunnels, and maintenance passages inside the walls themselves. They mapped this unseen world. They stored supplies there, food, tools, even civilian clothes. They became ghosts within the walls of their own prison. On the night of June 5th, they made their move. They left dummy heads in their beds, crafted from papier-mâché and human hair, to fool the guards during nightly checks. They slipped into their holes, navigated the catwalk, and emerged through a manhole cover. Outside the prison walls, a getaway car, driven by Joyce Mitchell, was supposed to be waiting. But Mitchell got cold feet. She checked herself into a hospital with a panic attack. The two men were on foot, in the middle of the night, with the entire state about to wake up to their escape. What followed was the largest manhunt in New York State history. Hundreds of law enforcement officers, helicopters, bloodhounds. They were spotted, they left clues, but they kept moving. For 3 weeks, they evaded capture, living off stolen supplies from remote hunting cabins. It ended, as these stories often do. Richard Matt was shot and killed by a Border Patrol team. David Sweat was captured alive, shot in the back just miles from the Canadian border. Joyce Mitchell is now in prison herself. So why does this capture our imagination? Because it wasn't just brute force. It was patience. It was psychology. It was exploiting the one weakness of any maximum security prison, the people inside it. They didn't break the system. They found a seam in it, and they slipped right through. For a few weeks, they were the most wanted, and most clever, ghosts in America.